This video is brought to you by Mad Monk. Mad Monk has a variety of products such as the original Mad Monk, which is for boosting focus, energy, and memory. Or if you have digestive problems like me, then their product Greens, which gives you the core nutrients to keep your body healthy. Click my link in the description and check it out for yourselves. It helps me and the channel out, so go give Mad Monk a try. Valve and its selection of games are something I've been covering on my channel for a while now. Whether it's the amazing Valve game ARGs and the analog horrors, or just disturbing things within the world of Valve games. I've always found the horror genre to be my favorite, especially when it comes to horror that goes to great lengths to make you scared of other humans, the unknown, and your own mind. I think my favorite film to come out of this year so far is Longlegs, and that movie, while technically not a horror film and more of a thriller, had me on the edge of my seat the entire runtime. And I just love Nicolas Cage. Mwah. But what about Valve games are scary to so many people, or make them want to turn even games like TF2 into something horrifying? Well, let's talk about the games themselves. First, the biggest criticism I have seen of Valve horror series are those that center their focus on Team Fortress 2. While Team Fortress 2 is just a team-based shooter, that while nothing inherently scary is in the game, it's the idea that you can find something horrifying in the mundane. Anything can be scary. Ask someone who has agrostophobia. That's the fear of grass, aka what most TF2 players have.
Here's
grass.
But I think when you have something normal, someone will be able to pull something scary out of it. I mean, we have that with videos such as Sonic.exe, and I mean, there's literal My Little Pony analog horror, which actually is kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. I think when you have something that everyone loves, they are bound to find something that scares them, or can use something that people love to scare them. It's like reverse psychology in the form of creating that opposite effect in order to scare someone. Now, what about games like Half-Life? Well, the Half-Life series I feel is pretty horrifying on its own. You can watch as an alien species takes over the whole world within a matter of hours, and humanity becomes enslaved, and turned into pretty much marching ants. Not to mention the alien creatures themselves are terrifying on their own. I mean, we have zombies that are humans infected by headcrabs being controlled by said headcrabs, while the person is still conscious and screaming and begging for help. Then we have creatures such as stalkers, gnomes, and those freaky barnacles. I still think to say the best analog horror of Half-Life is Kozy's Half-Life 2 beta analog horror, which masterfully takes cut content from Half-Life 2 and gives the world of Half-Life this horrifying atmosphere.
Some say it's only an electrical disturbance, but if you ask me,
tomorrow. It's been a bad night here.
there's an intelligence in there somewhere.
While the series does take inspiration from other series, I still think this one is one of my favorites. We also have games such as Portal, which, while funny at times, the first game has this especially creepy vibe and leans into the liminal space horror. Plus, I don't know, a sadistic mommy robot trying to kill you.
I want mommy, I want milk, I want to be held, I want to be comforted. And if you do not do all these things immediately, I will ruin your life.
And of course, there's Left 4 Dead, which, I mean, the game is a horror game in my opinion. Especially when the game mode's like Last Man Standing, where your character's talking like a schizo to themselves while infected are screaming in the distance, making you sweat and quake in your boots. Every game has something scary about it, but that's only talking about the Valve titles. We have games like Cry of Fear and Afraid of Monsters, which are both psychological horror games that take place on the Source engine, which is used by Valve. I think that, of course, a lot of this can be summed up by Valve's use of the Source engine, which has always had this eeriness to it that unsettles a lot of people due to its quiet atmosphere and the disturbing feeling it gives those who play it alone. The Source engine is one of my favorite engines because of this, and I can say without a shadow of doubt that the Source engine carries when it comes to horror, and how it disturbs those who experience games in it. But there is one thing I'm afraid of, and it's something that has already started to happen. Valve games and other games that are played on the Source engine will always be there to give us some horrifying feeling when playing, and the vast amount of horror content on YouTube will always be there, but I feel like that we'll eventually lose that horrific feeling that comes from it, due in part to the Source 2 engine. The Source 2 engine is not scary in my opinion. It's not even unsettling. It feels almost too clean, and it takes away that nostalgic yet unsettling feeling of the original engine. Playing Half-Life Alyx and Counter-Strike 2 is, well, just normal. I mean, don't get me wrong, the engine has very cool capabilities, and this is probably me in nostalgia land, but I feel I've always leaned towards the original engine when it comes to experiences that I want to have with Valve games. It's special to me in that way, where even if it scares me, I still love it. Again, leaning into that reverse psychology that I mentioned before. I do think that one of the things carrying the Valve and Source community is the animators, and the people that make so many great series that take place in the Source engine in these game worlds. Series like the TF2 Anomalies, the Aperture tapes, Citizen 05 logs, CEDA, Steel Scout Team Fortress 2, and the many, many more that I haven't covered on this channel are all something that I want to continue to see for a long time, because not only does it keep the community alive and gives them something to talk about, but just shows the creativity of so many people who love these games. I know this video is a bit of a ramble, but it's something that I am passionate about, and I really do hope that people keep making these series and horror content for Valve and Source games. They're all very skilled individuals and creative people and deserve the recognition. I'll link all the channels I mentioned, and also you can just check out my channel, which has so many videos on these series. Anyways, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys later. Oh wait, I forgot to mention Emesis.